How you doing? Welcome to today's show here, Stock Markets with Bruce, live from Zermatt in Switzerland at 5,200 feet. We're up here and a beautiful alpine place. Really enjoying it. It is today, Thursday, June the 30th, 2022. Tomorrow options expire, and it's the last day of the second quarter, and we are waiting for different news coming out. U.S. Initial jobless claims fall 2,000 to 231,000. And PCE inflation index rises 0.6 in May. The core is up 0.3. We're watching to see the reaction of the market, pre-market, to these bits of info here. Consumer spending increases 0.2% in May, below forecast. That is not surprising what we've been hearing lately. We've been looking for this. Personal incomes climb 0.5% in May. That's people getting raises. Interesting. I'm interesting about this drop in jobless claims. That's interesting. Is that negative for the market or good for the market? If you have fewer people claiming for jobless benefits, that means lots of employment. But that means a hot economy. That means higher interest rates or higher inflation. But if we have personal incomes climbing 0.5% in May, which is 6% a year, that's not equal to inflation. That means people are losing. That would mean a slowdown in spending. And sure enough, consumer spending only goes up 0.2%. That makes sense. Got a lot to watch here. I'll tell you, key PCE inflation gauge unchanged at 6.3% for the past year. That might be perceived as a piece of good news because it's not worse. Have we maybe topped out? Are we leveling off? Could it be that we're about to drop on the inflation numbers a little bit? It would help if oil went down. I'll tell you that. That would make things happen quickly. Oil is off 138 to a 108.40. Not enough. We need that oil market in the low 80s to really make it happen. We'll see. Trimming losses on the stock markets. Stock futures trim losses remain sharply lower after economic data. Key core inflation gauge slows again to 4.7 in the past year. That's also good news. Maybe the markets are going to be a little better. We were down over 400 on the pre-market in the last half hour or so. Now we're down 367 on the Dow futures. Now that's not that much of an improvement. As this next 57 minutes goes by, we'll find out how the market really feels as we come into trading and the opening of this market. A lot of interpretation is going on right now all over the place as to just what these pronouncements, these economic numbers will mean, and how it's going to affect our economy and so on. We've got the S&P down 52 points, NASDAQ down 185. The NASDAQ is down 1.59%, S&P down 1.37%, the Dow down 1.18%. That's where we're at right here. Oil, like I said, down $1.40 to 108.38 in West Texas. Okay, there's the deal. Thank you, everybody, that you're here. Thank you for popping in. And those of you who are already throwing thumbs ups our way, thank you so much. Really appreciate these thumbs up coming in right away. Mark, Richard, Abram, Doubting Philosopher, Sean, God is Amazing, Tiff, Kiwi, Spicy. Good morning from all of you. Thank you for these thumbs up hits right off the bat. I love it. And away we go. Odin's Pumpkin, H. Gregory, look at that, 26 thumbs ups. Computer Wiz number 27. We got all kinds of folks throwing their thumbs ups in already. Marcus is here at 39. Cindy B at 43 already. Thank you, guys. This is absolutely wonderful to get this show going right away with thumbs ups. We get a little exposure from YouTube. We were talking yesterday, and we don't. I need to do this a little more often with you guys because for those of you who are regulars here, you know the program, you know the routine. We cover the markets and try to figure out what's happening around the world and how it's going to affect us here. How's it going to affect the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P? But we also do a lot of talking here about options because this channel has evolved from a year ago, January, when we were talking only about meme stocks, because that's what everybody only talked about. And now we talk a lot about option writing, how you can write stock options and make money on stock you're going to hold anyway. A stock you have really no intention of wanting to sell or give away. You want to keep stock for the long haul. It might be GameStop shares that you want to keep for a while. Great. Could be Apple shares. Stock that you've got from work, shares that you've acquired over years and years of employment, happen to be publicly traded companies. And you're finding out by being part of this channel that you can make money off of stock you're holding. And you don't have to really worry about whether the stock's going up or down or not. You can write short-term stock options that depreciate very dramatically in the last 3 weeks of their lifetime. And you can cash in some nice premium money as these contracts go down in value because you sell them up here and you buy them back down here. And for some of you, it has changed your life dramatically. It has changed, I know many of you, your entire philosophy on the markets have been completely upended. It is something you had no idea existed, or you had very little handle on just how it worked. And you're now so much more comfortable with the market either going up or down that you realize I can make money either direction. It doesn't matter. And you're becoming much more of a market player. You're starting to now do what hedge funds do, what pension funds do, what senior, very large investment entities do, managing money, managing assets, and making money during good or bad markets. And here we are. We've been talking the last couple of days, and yesterday in particular, we had a very good show where people were letting me know how they're doing on their option writing. And a number of you are having a very good week this week, and yet the market is not having a very good week this week. And this is how option writers get into a scenario where I get questions from my viewers here who will say to me, here's what I did. I sold an option at this price. It's now trading at that price. It still has this long to go. What should I do now? And I go through the variables with you, and it quickly becomes apparent to those of you who are certainly into it or not into it. If you're sticking around long enough, you're figuring out, my God, these option writers have nothing but good choices. Rather than terrible choices, they have good choices they have to make or could make. They don't have to do anything is number one answer. In many cases, you've written a call option for $10. It's trading at $4. It has 2 weeks to go, and you want to know what to do. You don't have to do anything is answer number one. Answer number two is you don't have to do anything but give more time to let more time go by and let this contract shrink even more. It's answer number two. Or another answer is you can buy back this call option or attempt to buy it back on a stink bid, on a real cheap bid. And if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. You play that game. Then another game is you buy it back and sell another one right away. And it might be the same strike price contract. It might be that you've written a GameStop $130 contract and you're buying it back and you're going to write another $130 contract, except this one will have a few extra weeks of time on it, which brings you more cash into your hand immediately. And yet you're still out of the money on this contract. I mean, there are so many positive choices option writers get the more you do this. You begin to realize after a while, I never had these good vibes before when I was just trying to find a stock and make money on it. I used to go searching all the time for the hot promoted stock of the week, the flavor of the day, try to catch an up run, pray that I wasn't the last guy to hear the hot rumor on stock, whatever. Then I would buy it. And then I'd, pray that would keep going up. And I never knew when to sell it because I never knew when enough was enough. I'd get a gain And then I think, well, should I sell now? And I'm watching what everyone else is saying out there, and I'm reading about this stock on Wall Street Bets or whatever. No one ever tells you when to take money, to take a profit. And many times, viewers on this channel and others will admit, yeah, I had 10 winners in the last 2 years. I've had all kinds of winning positions, but I only sold 3 of them at a profit. The rest I rode all the way back down and lost a ton of money on these. It's hard to do that on option writing, because option writing, you have to sell first. It's the first move you have to make. You've got to liquidate a contract, and then you are now a buyer. You're now looking to buy back that contract. And the question is always, well, how low do I let it go before I buy it back? The good news, it can only go to 0. It can't go into negative numbers. So there's an infinite level it can go to, and that's zip. The question, of course, is if you write a contract on a Monday or a Tuesday, and it's a Thursday or a Friday now, and you're up 30, 40, 60, 80, 90%, you got to pick your profit margin and make your next move. And again, these are good problems to have from a win position. Thank you, all of you out there who are taking my classes that I've put together on how to be an option writer. This is not something you pick up in 5 minutes and you're an instant success. This is not how it works. Options are complicated and they're complex and they move in interesting ways. And you have to understand the subtleties of what makes a stock option go higher, stay flat, and go lower. You also have to understand the underlying shares that you're writing options against. And you have to decide for yourself, do you want to be a shareholder of a particular company's shares and then write options against them? Or are you going to use something like a poor man covered call strategy where you buy an in-the-money call on a stock and then write an out-of-the-money call on that same stock to make your money on? And this, you can't get this answer in 5 minutes. I know that a number of you have told me this story, and I love this story. I've experienced it myself over many years, where once in a while, you find yourself in a scenario where you bump into somebody, someone you haven't seen in a long time, and it might be a relative, it might be a former coworker, someone you know from the community, whatever it is, and they say to you that they've heard that you're doing well in the stock market. What are you investing in? And they will kind of want to get the Coles Notes version of what you're doing. And some of you have attempted in vain to try to explain the art of writing options. And you quickly realize, oh my God, just like yourself, when you tried to learn how options work, some of you decided, I'll take Bruce's classes. I'll watch him live every day, follow the folks over here, and I'll pick this up. And for some of you, you picked up a lot of the option idea, in a few days, a few hours, in some cases, a few weeks. Others of you, it's taken a few months to really sink in. And now that you're writing options, you're really starting to understand this now. It's really coming to you now. Well, you try to explain to someone who hasn't got a clue what you're doing in 5 minutes how you're making money in the market, and you will lose their attention span in seconds. They just cannot handle it. And this is a good thing, I think. I think it's a good thing that it takes a while to learn how to do the option thing, because you should be rewarded for your time invested in this into this part of the market. Of all the market players out there, I don't think 5% even bother or even know how to write options, have no idea. And of the 5%, they think they know how options are written, but they really don't. And that brings it down to maybe 1 or 2%. And this is where you have joined a very elite, select number of people writing options on an ongoing basis. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get at it, the better you get at it, the more you learn from it, and the more normal it becomes, part of your trading routine. And so welcome one, welcome all to this channel. If you are learning how to become an option writer, you've come to the right place, because this is what we talk about a lot here. And if you want to find out, what the hottest stock of the day is, or the hot trade that will go from, $20 to $30, or from $250 to $450, it isn't here. I'm not that guy. But if you want to know how to make money in the options market consistently, and probably change your life from an economics point of view, maybe this is the place for you. I sure hope it is. I've got a poll question going today. I was debating just how I would do this, and I didn't know quite how to word it, but I did a question today that says, it reads, because of this channel, because of Uncle Bruce's channel, I now earn over so much money per month writing stock options on average. And I just put in a couple of numbers. I thought, well, because of the channel, I now earn over $1,000 a month writing options, or $3,000 a month writing options, or $5,000 a month. And then I thought over $5,000 a month, because I know I have a number of my viewers here who definitely earn more than $5,000 a month writing stock options. The best part about this stock option strategy is you can start very small, start with just one contract at a time, learn the ins and outs of it, get comfortable with it, and then slowly build your confidence and do more of it. And so I figured, well, I'll start with just 1,000, because that's basically $50 a day out of a 20-day trading month. That on average, I make about $50 a day trading options. And 74% of the respondents are saying, yep, I make about 1,000. I make more than 1,000 a month. 10% say I make more than 3,000. 7% right now are saying I make more than 5,000 a month. And 10% of the respondents to this poll question say I make over 5,000, more than 5,000 a month writing options. And so if you have a chance, if it interests you, please answer that question, and it'll help me see who's doing what and how they're doing. And I think for everyone else, it gives viewers who are not used to me, who are new to me, or finding out about this channel for the first time, it'll give them an idea of just what kind of money can be made doing option writing. It can be serious money. It really can, because there is very serious money in the options market. The thing that you have to understand about the options market that you might not fully grasp is you may have heard where you've looked into options a little bit here, a little bit there. You've done some Google searching. Maybe you've looked up YouTube videos on how to write options or the options market. And you may have come across articles or blogs or vlogs where it says to you stuff like the options market, the amount of money that's in the options market is billions, tens of billions of dollars. It might be $100 billion in the options market, $500 billion in the options market. It is substantial. It is mega huge. It's a lot of money in the options market. What you might not realize, though, is the only reason that options exist, and the only way options can actually trade, is you have to have a buyer and a seller on each transaction. And options must be written by somebody or some entity in order for options to be able to trade. Unlike stocks, where the companies go public via, say, an IPO, or the initial public offering, and they get sponsored by 10 or 20 stock brokerage firms in Wall Street, and they go public at $80 a share, and then later that day the stocks start trading at $100, $110 a share. There might be 50 million shares sold to the public by these brokerage firms, and now these shares start turning over. Options don't work that way. Options are not created by the public company. Options are not created by the brokerage firms in New York. Options can only be created by holders of the stock of the options, or if you already own options of the company that are in the money, which means someone else has written them already. And so if you want to play Apple option contracts or GameStop or Pfizer or Hewlett Packard, you are selling as a writer, you are creating options. You are the creator of this market. If you're trying to play the option market, you're thinking that Apple shares are going to go from 136 to 156 in the next month, and you want to take advantage of a potential up move like that, you might be a buyer of stock options as a gambler. But the seller of those options either has to be an existing option holder or an option writer. And the option writer can be a pension fund, a hedge fund, a mutual fund, or just a shareholder of the company, which brings it back to you guys. You guys, by writing options in the open market, are adding to the liquidity of the options market. And that's a good thing. More options will trade because you are writing them. Now, you write options for $12, you buy them back for $8. Then you write options for $11 and buy them back for $9. You write options for $2.80 and buy them back for $1.75. You're always writing and buying back, writing and buying back, writing and buying back. You're adding to the liquidity of the options market. You're adding to it. But the multi-billion dollars of trading every minute that is taking place, the trillions of dollars a year of option trading that's taking place, cannot happen unless there are option writers. And the writers are just like the casinos in Las Vegas. You go to Vegas, you land in an airplane in that town. You're one of 30 plus million people a year flying in. There are, 30 million driving in every year. There are gazillions of people coming in to gamble in Vegas. But there are only dozens of places to actually go and gamble in Las Vegas. You count the number of casinos, the big casinos on the Strip. There aren't 5,000 of them. There aren't 500 of them. There's a small number of casinos that the world wants to go to. There's only so many Caesar's Palaces, one. There's only one Bellagio. There's only one New York, MGM, and so on. We're dealing with a couple of dozen big properties in Vegas, and they're the ones with the thousands and thousands and thousands of slot machines and all the poker tables or the blackjack tables and roulette wheels and all that stuff. They're the ones running all that. The same thing on the options market for stocks. There are millions and millions of people who buy and sell stocks every day around the world. And then there are gazillions of people who buy and sell stock options every day around the world during the market. But there are only maybe thousands of option writers, maybe 300,000, 500,000, maybe a million. There is such a small number of option writers compared to option gamblers. It's stunning. And you, by writing options, are actually adding to the liquidity of the business, and you're good for business. So congratulations, all of you out there who are becoming option writers. I'm excited for you. I really think you guys are on, you're on the right track. This market right now is working in your favor. Karim, thank you for being number 54. Love it. And again, the folks here who are here, they talk to each other. They compare notes about how they're doing and what's going on. Argent Soon is here at number 69. DQ is here at 72. Welcome. Michael is 74. Welcome to be here, everybody. I'm glad you're all here. Larry is number 75. Thank you. It's fantastic that you're here. And let's see how we go today, how you can make money in this market. If there's a bear market going on, then make money writing calls. That's the way. You can even make money writing calls in the bull market. It really doesn't matter. But having the opportunity to write calls in this market, boy, this is easy. You do not have to fear upside. John Jepson, number 75. Thanks, buddy, for being here. It's nice to have you here. Good morning, Munamo. Nice to see you as well. Thank you, all of you guys, for coming through here. Whether you're a subscriber or a member or just a lurker, great to have you around. Is this channel perfect for everybody? No. uh, is there a perfect YouTube channel anywhere? No, there isn't. But we're doing the best we can. And we are seeing here this morning the Dow off now 290, which is an improvement. Is it a great improvement? Not really. It's just better. We'll see how this all kind of works out. We're watching for these economic reports coming out and how the market is reacting to them. We were down over 400 points about an hour ago. We're now down 297. The S&P down 39, NASDAQ down 125. We're still down about 1% across the board at the moment. And the worry is about interest rates and currencies and inflation. I'm noticing that on interest rates right now, the U.S. 10-year note is still sitting here at 3.02%, and that's off from 3.25 just a few days ago. The German note, the 10-year for Germany, 137 is where it's sitting at right now. That is also down quite a ways from like one not too long ago. The rush is on. Money is flowing into the American dollar in the form of purchasing bonds and so on. The euro is down to 104 even. It was at 105.2, 105.5 just a couple of days ago. We're now threatening to go under 104 on the euro. The pound, 120, 123, definitely getting hit. It is definitely backing off from 122.23, and it couldn't go under 130 even 3 months ago. It just wouldn't go under 130 now. It's 121 and still backing off. So the American dollar is the one to get. Markets in Europe are bad. We're off 2 to 2.3% across the board in Europe right now, 2 to 2.3% lower in Europe. Oil is off 45 cents. Not enough of a drop to make a big difference. The Dow now down 300, S&P down 39, NASDAQ down 129. There you are. That's where we're at right now. On this poll question, 55 people have responded to my poll question, which says basically, because of this channel, I now earn over X amount of money per month writing stock options on average. 75% of you say I earn over $1,000 a month writing stock options. 9% say over 3,000. 5% say I make over 5,000, and 11% of you make over 5,000 a month writing stock options. I look at that $1,000 figure and I'm excited because I know for a fact that a lot of people who are here and who come in and out of this channel, they watch me for a while, they go away, they come back. Every day we have thousands of people come through this channel. I know for a fact that many of you are writing options. You never did this before. You had never written an option. You didn't know how to do it. You had no idea what writing an option was. I put the classes out starting last July, started talking about it very heavily prior to that. And now a number of you are doing this. And you have found that by bringing in $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month, $1,500 a month, $1,800 a month, you're going, hey, this kind of cash flow coming in here into the household is making a difference. Some of you were carrying pretty heavy credit card debts, just holding on, paying the minimum payments. All of a sudden, this extra $500, $1,000 a month is coming through the front door, and some of you have decided, goodbye credit cards. We're starting to knock these things out of here. And every time we pay that balance off, a couple $1,000s, we don't have to come up with $40, $50 minimum payments on this $1,000 or $2,000 a month we're knocking off. We're going to knock the whole thing off, reduce our cost of living by $300, $400, $500 a month just on that. Now that that's out of the way, we're targeting our next payment. What's the next payment we got to knock off here? Well, look at that. We've owned a car for 4 years. We still owe $8,000 on this thing. Why don't we get rid of this payment and knock it off early? And so some of you now are targeting the second loan, and there's a $300, $400, $500 a month commitment gone off of your shoulders. All of a sudden, you're reassessing your lives and realizing these options we're writing, we're not making 20 grand a month or anything, but know what? In the last year, we have knocked off this bill, and this bill every month. And all of a sudden, on an after-tax basis, we don't have to come up with $1,500 a month anymore in payments. We used to have to make $2,500 gross to make $1,500 payments because the first $1,000 is taxes and deductions, and all of a sudden those are gone. And your cost of living is dropping while the cost of living is going up with inflation. Bringing in $1,000 to $2,000 a month is a big deal. Bringing in 3 to 5 is bigger because it's now allowing a number of you to decide, you know what, we're getting rid of these part-time jobs we've been holding, or there are two of us, and one of us had 2 jobs, one of us had 1 job, and we've decided that we're both going to have just part-time jobs now, and the options are going to take the rest of it. Others of you are making more than $3,000 a month, closer to 5. You have already quit jobs. There are people out here who are watching this channel where both of you were working. Now only one of you is working. One of you is only working part-time now, even better. And the part-time work you're doing is not during market hours. Hello. And a number of you, of course, without exception, are now working from home, have been now for 2 years, are not going back to the office because you figured out, why should I go back to the office? I can do my full-time job or a full-time job from home, not the one I had maybe, but a full-time job I can do from here, or a series of part-time jobs I can do from here, and I can watch Uncle Bruce during the day, trade my options, make my extra money, and say, thanks, pal, I don't need to be downtown anymore, or with that supervisor, the tyrant that I had to work for at that office complex. I'm out of that life. I'm away from that life. And I'm now more in control of my day-to-day life than I've ever been before. And of course, there are a number of you who have completely walked away from your jobs and are doing nothing but writing options now and bringing in an income that has come to you that you never thought would ever be part of your life. Many of you are also figuring out, I don't need to be a millionaire to do this. I got enough assets that I'm sitting on that I could easily write options here and make a nice living. Thank you very much. And you know what? Everything is doable on this device, which is a portable device. I don't need to even be sitting in my house all day long to do this. I can get out and I can do my grocery shopping. I can go and take the car in for servicing. I can go for a 1-week getaway to wherever I want to get away to. My wife and I can take off for a week, or we can just do whatever, because we are in the market when the market is open from wherever we're located. It doesn't matter where we are. Options are options. We can write our orders. We can put in our stink bids, our stink offers. And thank you very much. We follow Bruce from wherever we happen to be at. As long as we have internet, we can follow this guy, and we're in business. Way to go, you guys. I am pumped for you, and way to go, all of you who've been able to change your lives writing stock options. We are now 26 minutes away from opening the market today. And it looks like the reports that have come out this morning are not bad, because we're not worse off than the markets look to be. We're still off 297 on the Dow. We may go lower when we open. We may not. I don't know. But here we are, down 297 on the Dow, and 0.96 of a percentage point. We'll see what's happening here. Summer Rose says, I sold a condo last October, started investing in November. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Don't know how I would have stayed sane, losing 2/3 in portfolio if I didn't learn to write and roll options. And there you go, learning just in time. George's thumbs up, number 105. Thank you very much for that thumbs up. I'm glad you're here. And Uncle Bruce, let's revisit this poll again next month. Add less than 1,000. How about I make less than 1,000? Anyway, here we are. Karim, Uncle Bruce, I lost literally thousands of dollars buying calls before finding you. You've saved me so much money in so many ways. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Karim. I appreciate that. Fantastic stuff. Here we go. I bought GameStop at 580, sold at about 370. I'm not sure quite what that means. And let's see what else is going on. Love the stream, says Berlin Pax. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So many of you were here. You got to start somewhere when you write options. No question about it. You got to start somewhere. Many of you, when you began to write options, you wrote one at a time, dipped your toe in the water. Some of you would write an option for $3.50 and buy back for $3.25, then make $25. And you wanted to see if this is real. And some of you would write an option for 78 cents and buy it back for 68 cents, make $10. Commissions might take a few dollars away from you. Slowly but surely, you began to learn how the option writing thing worked. And as you hung around with us here, and you were paying attention to all of these folks, especially the members of this channel, who are trading options and sharing how they're doing it and what they're up to, you began to get more confident in this market, and you wanted to become part of it. And now we've got people here who are writing 3, 5, 10, 20 at a time. And the thing about writing 20 calls versus writing one call, there's absolutely no difference in how to do it. It's just 20 versus 1. That's all it is. And when you make a $50 profit on a contract and you have one contract, you make $50. But if you make a $50 profit on 20 contracts, you make $1,000. The good news about making $1,000 versus making 50, the stock doesn't have to move any more for you to make $1,000 versus making $50. It doesn't have to move any further, higher or lower at all. It's just a question of how many contracts are you able to write. And for some of you, it gets to the point where you realize, my God, I can write 10 options at a time every week on this particular stock that I'm writing options on. That means I'm writing 40 contracts a month on average, because every Friday contracts expire and I write contracts good for 1 week at a time or whatever your strategy is. And you're figuring out, if I can make $1 on a contract, that's $100. And I'm writing 40 in a month, that is $4,000 a month on one stock, writing 10 at a time every week. And all of a sudden, that's $48,000 of cash coming in that was not coming in anywhere else. It's now coming in from over here. This is a difference maker. This changes people's lives very quickly. It doesn't make you a millionaire, but it can take you out of the poorhouse, and it can take you away from the scenario where your check comes in and all but 150 of it gets spent right away on all those bills. And then 2 weeks later, the next check comes in and all of that is spent less a couple of $100. Now, all of a sudden, $1,000 a week is coming in from here on top of that check. The check covers all the bills. The $1,000 every week coming in, or $2,000 every 2 weeks, however you want to calculate it, goes to knocking off the debt you had no chance of getting rid of from your paycheck. This is the difference. And after 3 months, 5 months, 8 months, whoa, it makes a difference. 5 months with $4,000 a month coming in is 20 grand. Can you imagine what your life would be like? Your financial situation would be like $20,000 cash injection against your debts. You figure out which debts you'd knock off first with the first 20 grand you got coming in, and then you do the calculation. How much lower is my cost of living now? Now the 20 grand of debt is gone that I'm servicing from my paycheck. You'll realize very quickly, oh my God, I don't have $150 left over at the end of this check. I got $450, $850, whatever the number is. And it'll keep climbing because every month the dough comes in and you start targeting these IOUs and get rid of them forever. And then you begin to build your account even larger to write more contracts. You're not writing 10 every week. You're writing 12 every week, 15 every week, 18 contracts every week. You're just building out your number. And if you can bring in $100 a contract without, you're not looking for like the mother of all drops in stock values or anything like that. You're just using depreciation of contracts as your weapon to make money. $100 a contract is a nothing burger out there. Instead of bringing in 1,000 a week, you're bringing in 1,800 a week. That's 90,000 a year. Make a difference all of your lives. And here we go, kids. Welcome to the party, pal. Let's get on with it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love it. I made 50 grand in January selling options. Best month this year. Fantastic. And Jennifer Smith is thumbs up number 110. Thank you. Gaio is here. John Bickman is here. Fantastic. What else is going on? Thank you. The poll doesn't say losing money every month. Yeah, it doesn't. It generally doesn't, because folks who write options, generally speaking, make money. On average, folks who write options make money. That's just the way it is. You can argue all you want about this, but the losers in the option business are those who are buying options. Out of every 100 people who buy options to try to make a score, you tell me how many are making money versus losing. It's a way more losers than winners. On the writing side, way more winners than losers. Casinos make money, and that's what option writers are. They are casinos here. I love it. Anyway, thank you, all of you guys, for being here today. It's great. We're at 120.99 on GameStop, down 187. We're watching the opening on this closely. We're going to see how it wants to perform. Will the shares hold 120, get a little bump here, or are they going to back off? We'll follow that. I'm only noticing only 16,800 traded today so far on GameStop so far this morning. Thank you all for popping in here. We're going to go to members only on the chat. Please become a member of the channel. Join the chat with us. Love to have you. We'd love to add you to our family. You can become a member either at the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level, or you can become a member of this channel as a Gold Bagel family member. And if you are a Gold Bagel family member, you will join me, if you want, every morning before the 8:30 show, because I do a trade alert show every morning, different times before I start the 8:30 show, based on what's going on overnight in the markets. And for those of you who are active option writers and becoming more full-time, this is where you want to be. You definitely want to be here before the show even starts. We could give you an idea of what we're going to talk about and where we're headed, where our thoughts are. And then we start at 8:30 with everybody, and away we go. Thank you, all of you who are members of this channel. You are the backbone of this channel. This channel does not make a lot of money from YouTube. In case any of you were wondering, right now there are 200 people watching this show. There's only 200 here. I will bet you that of the 200, 150 are option writers right now, if not more. But it's the members of this channel, and I have more than 200 members of this channel. It's the members of this channel that keep me on the air, not the viewers. The viewers on YouTube, YouTube is paying me about $10 a day to be here. That's all I get from YouTube. The amount of advertising that they pay me for you watching is laughable. It is absolutely nothing to it. It's all about the memberships that keeps me alive, and I thank you. Those of you who make donations to this channel because you make a score on your option rights, you guys are the best. You know who you are. And generally, most of the donations that I get from people who are happy with their option trades, they are done through PayPal. And I so prefer anyone making a donation to this YouTuber. If you do it through PayPal, it's the way to go for us, because Jennifer and I, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife and I, we get about 97% of the proceeds on a PayPal donation. Where if you do a super chat, which we don't mind, we do get 70% of that. 30% goes to the YouTube family. So if you do give us a super chat, we thank you. If you give us a PayPal donation, we really thank you. Fantastic. And then, of course, those of you who watch my lessons, yes, you're helping us survive because of those. There are 13 lessons for you to get. They're on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Check out the website anytime you want and see for yourself whether any of these classes can work for you. We cover the basics to start with. We've got the front of the channel right there. Here it is right here. I don't know if it'll pop up or not. See if there it is. There's the home page of my website, and then here's the page. If you hit classes on the top of the top right, you'll come here, and then you see the list of classes that are available. Lessons 1 and 2, 3 and 4, all kinds of info on how options work, trading strategies that you need to know. I try to bring forward to you information and secrets I've learned over the years about the markets and the psychology of the markets. There's so much to learn. There are 13 classes now, and I'm already thinking of number 14. As soon as we get back to Canada, I got number 14 in mind. We'll let you know all about that, and we'll just keep them coming. Make you wiser and wiser and wiser about how the market works, how the competition works, because you have to understand, when you sell a contract, when you write a call option or a put option, someone has to buy it from you. They're thinking the opposite of what you're thinking. You are writing an option because you think the contract that you're selling will eventually go down in value where you will make money. The person buying the option from you is thinking the stock that this option is written against is going higher in value, and so this contract will go up in value, and they will make money on the difference between what they pay you and what they sell the option for in the option market to somebody else. You have to understand the psychology of your opposite number, of where their head is at. You got to be on top of these people. You have to be more aware of where the market is really going versus where they think the market is going and why. You also have to figure out that there are times where you can write a stock option, and you know the minute you get the confirmation that you just written these contracts, you know right now, I am going to make money on this trade. I am going to make a real good buck on this trade because the price that I just scored on this contract is so juicy. I'm going to make myself a real nice buck here. And Ty, there is no better feeling in the world being an option writer where you've just hauled in $3 grand, $5 grand, 10 grand, $20,000, $40,000 of option money. You just haul that in by writing calls, and now you're doing this. You're sitting with your account that's sitting there with a whole bunch of cash in it, that you're now deciding how much of that cash are you going to give back to the options market and keep for yourself, the difference you're going to keep for yourself. There's no better feeling than crossing your arms and watching the market do what you figured it would do, and it does it. And you figured the option would depreciate, and it does. And you're sitting there going, this is beautiful, man. Every 15, 20 minutes, you do the calculations in your head, and you're going, oh, I'm up $500. Oh, I'm up $850. Oh, I'm up $1,128. Oh, I'm up $1,400. And the contract is still going to keep dropping in value because the stock either itself is dropping or the time is going by, and the value of this contract shrinks as it runs out of time. And that is your money piling up. In other words, that cash you just brought in, less and less of that is going to be put back into the options market when you buy back your contract, because you're going to buy it back at a fraction of the price you sold it for. Keep the change, we like to say, and that change piles up into a ton of money. Thank you all for being here. Great of you to pop in to see us. I'm glad you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying this show, and hope you're going to make some money today. D.H. Ruda, thumbs up, number 112. Fantastic. Let's see. What else is going on? Where are we at here? John Bickman, number 120, thumbs ups. Thank you. I just got 2 more classes this morning, says Alex. Would recommend them to anyone. There you go. Lurking for a long time, says people. Alex, John, your bagel will be golden before you know it. Right on. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We now have 130 thumbs ups have come in. We just got John Bickman saying that he's been a member for 8 months now. Thank you, John, for that loyalty of yours. It's keeping me on the air. I really appreciate it. Fantastic. The poll question, we have 78 people now responding to this poll question. That's not bad out of 213 viewers. Because of this channel, I now earn over X amount of dollars per month while writing stock options. And this is on an average basis. 72% say I earn more than $1,000 a month by doing this. 10% say I earn more than $3,000. 5% of you say I earn more than $5,000. And 13% of these respondents are saying I earn more than $5,000 a month because of this channel, writing stock options. And I love this. I love every one of you for this. Thank you for responding, letting me know, giving me an idea how you're doing. Like I said, it takes a certain kind of thought process to be an option writer. It's not for everybody. If it was for everybody, everyone would do it. And therein lies the secret to this business. In the option business, to be a casino owner, to write options, you have to have a different mentality than all the gamblers that are out there gambling with their dollars to try to find the mother of all home runs on options trades. All you hear about when a stock goes up in value, all you get are stories on different publications or vlogs or blogs where somebody got lucky. They bought some options at one price, the shares went up dramatically, and the options went up dramatically in value, and they scored a lottery type win. We hear these stories all the time. So many times a year, we hear the same story again and again and again. What we don't get told, and you will never be told this other than maybe me, is that out of the dozens of lucky people, maybe dozens a year, that score huge option wins, there are tens of millions who are losers. And they're the ones coughing up the billions and billions of dollars that are churning over and turning over and turning over. And the winners every time are the ones who are the writers of the contracts. It's rare that a writer of a contract loses a lot of money. It's really, really rare, because even writing an option, when a stock goes up against you, you can do rollovers and you can stay ahead of the market forever. You can always stay ahead of the market. We've had examples right here on this show, on this channel, over the last year where there have been times stocks have moved and we've had to do rollovers, but we do them. We talk them through here, and the viewers work the rollovers. They then make their money anyway, because they have got one thing that the option player doesn't have. The one thing an option writer does have is time. Time is on the side of the writer, not on the side of the gambler. And there's the thing about Vegas. Why does Las Vegas exist? Because it's got an airport and it's got a highway, and people have to get back to work. They can't stay in Vegas forever. And they come to Vegas on a Friday, they leave on a Sunday, and they are in a hurry to gamble. And when you're in a hurry to gamble, baby, you're in a hurry to lose. And this is the thing with options. People buy options with 2 days to go before they die, a week to go, 2 weeks to go, 3 weeks to go. And many, many times they get taken to the cleaners. And it's the writer, the seller of the contract, that is loving it, because they know, I'm writing a call that dies this Friday. This is Thursday. It dies tomorrow. I'm writing a call that dies next week, Friday. Oh, by the way, Monday is July 4th. We're closed. There's only 4 trading days next week. Option writers win when there are short weeks, because there's 20% of the trading gone for the week. It's gone. It's only down to 80% of the trading available on a contract from Tuesday to Friday instead of Monday to Friday. It's fantastic. Thank you all for being here. 6 minutes away from opening it up. We're going to start trading option nomads. We are option writers. Thumbs up number 131. Right on, you guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's hope that the numbers come in for a bunch of our stocks. Let's hope some of our former SPACs pick it up and get it together. I hope that Spire will have good earnings again, and that this will finally push them up. All news I read about them is good, and the last couple of earnings have been good too. We should make this more interesting to have a challenge where the bagel member with the highest gains has to pay for a get-together. Well, we might be a ways yet from that, but we'll see. Let's get going here, guys. Let's make some money today and see where this market goes. I'm showing now 133 thumbs ups with 5 minutes to go before we are opening for trading. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. If we can get closer to 200, that would be a beautiful thing. Hit that thumbs up button for me as quick as you can, as hard as you can. Help us get closer to 200 thumbs ups. I do appreciate it. Every bit counts. We are noticing here the folks are responding to the poll question, which is also great. Let's see if I can put that over there. There we go. The poll question has been answered now 81 times. Thank you for participating in the poll question. I appreciate it. We've got 70% of the folks answering saying I make over $1,000 a month writing options. That means on this poll, like between 1 and 3,000, 3,000 to 5,000, 10%, 5,000 and up, at least 5,000 a month, 6%, and over 5,000 a month, 13% of you who watch this channel because of this channel are making that kind of money. I love it. I'm excited for you, proud of you, and hopefully someday I can put in the $10,000 figure. Thank you all for being here and being with us. I so appreciate it. We have 145 thumbs ups now. They're coming in. Thank you, guys. Keep those thumbs up pounding. I love it. We appreciate it very much, Jen and I. Let's see what else is going on. We've got now how many minutes? 3 minutes until we open. Larry is getting ready, I am sure, to hit the thumbs up, the bells. So we're going to get going here very shortly. I'm showing GameStop at 120.99 right now. There we go. Hang on, I'm just double checking all my stuff. There we go, right there. I've got in the pre-market here. Let's take one last look. The Dow down 297, S&P down 39, NASDAQ down 125. We got 3 minutes to go. Rocket Lab is down 3. SoFi seems to be down 11. GameStop off 187. AMC down 24 cents. Matterport is down 9 cents. 23andMe down just 3. I've got Spire up a couple at 119. ATIP up a penny at 153. I got SmartRent. Looks like it's up 21 cents in the pre-market, 4.59. Sextera, nothing yet. Apple is down $2. Goldman down 5. Cisco down 56 cents. Tesla down 11.45. Arc Innovations at 40.54, down 97 cents. Microsoft down 3.28. Bed Bath Beyond is down to 4.82 off 17 cents after losing 1.54 yesterday. We're down to 4.82 now on Bed Bath & Beyond. Pfizer up 56 today, 51.50. HPQ down 43 cents to 33.18. Carvana down 31 cents, and Twitter down 30 to 37.50. There you go. There it is. That's the key right here. Raging U.S. inflation is starting to cool. Key price gauge signals. We sure hope that's for real, and we hope that will really be indicated. Time will tell. Interest rates are lower this morning on the 10 years everywhere. The U.S. dollar is rolling higher in the Europe and the U.K. At the moment, so that's an interesting thing there. We're getting ready to start trading. Larry is about to hit the bells, and we're getting on with it, baby. Let's roll. Larry says, I'm dog sitting today, but I'm ready. Right on, Larry. I love it. Let's see. Uncle Bruce rolled up and out on GameStop 2 weeks ago. October 21 strikes of 120s and 115s. Now 31 to 34% improvement. Not yet profitable. How do I capitalize on this downturn? Larry Titus, the dog, is smaller than my cat, and yet she's still terrified of him. Scaredy cat. Just waiting for the bells, and we'll get going here, everybody. Thank you for popping in. I've got the Dow down 297 just as we're getting ready to open for trading here for the day. Here we go. Larry has hit the bells. Thank you, everybody. We're going. Let's see what we got here. So Hector is wondering about these his moves. He rolled up and out on GameStop 2 weeks ago. He had October 21 strikes of 120 and 115s. He's now showing 31 and 34% improvement, but not yet profitable. How do I capitalize on this downturn? Well, Keckner, I mean, you got a couple of things going for you. Of course, as each day goes by, these contracts run out of time, but we're dealing with October's. We're into July now. So July, August, September, 3+ months. You've written 120 and 115s, and the market is at 121. So you're almost at the money on one of them. If obviously the shares want to reach 110, these contracts are out of the money, and you should be ahead of the curve. Another strategy, I suppose, would be, depending on how low the shares go, you would then roll these contracts into 110.15s or 105s and 110s. Again, that's if the stock was much lower. Then you bring in more capital, buy back lower, sell higher price calls. But right now, time is your friend. Time will eat these up, and they will continue to depreciate because the time value is going to shrink out. The question is, what will the shares do in the next, say, month? Are we destined to hit 100 a share anytime in the next 4 weeks? If so, you're going to do just fine on these contracts. If the shares want to go back up again, they want to go back to 128, 135, 140, then you might look at rolling into higher priced calls for December, and you will move up $5 again or higher and bring in more cash. But right now, I think you sit and wait and just let this come to you. That's my first reaction on this. Beach Boy, thanks, Larry, for hitting the bells. WD, I wrote a 140 GameStop July 15 for 355. I feel like it's too conservative. What are your thoughts? Well, you're way out of the money, so that's a safe contract to write, of course. It's a 2 week or so, 2 or 3 expiries away. But you know what, WD, you can, anytime you want, buy those back if you're up on them, and then maybe write a 130 instead for July 15th. So buy back the 40 and then 140 and buy back, and then write the 130 and take the increase in cash and play it that way. You can always do that. Time to buy my call back from the Joes, says Coyote. Christina, bless you, Jen. There you go. Jen sneezing. She says thank you. Let's see. We're open now. Let's see what we've got going. I've got the Dow off 449 right now indicated on my iPhone here. Let's get this refresh going on my iPad. Here we go. My big-ass iPad down 449 on the Dow. 51-point drop on S&P, 162 on NASDAQ. GameStop 120.90, down $1.96. And this is telling me that GameStop is not leading the market lower. It's just being brought down by the market. Is slowly being beaten up. We'll see if this lasts. We may have a 450-point drop now, but we might only be down 100 points in an hour, and that could put GameStop into the green. So we'll see how it wants to play it here. Matterport 369.5, down 8.5 cents. Now showing 371 on Matterport, down 7. Smart Rent unchanged. Tesla down 11 to 673.98. SoFi 542 down 12. GameStop 120.55. Spire 120 up 3 cents. Apple down $1.84 to 137.39. AMC down 11 cents. ATIP down 2.1 cents to 149.9. Rocket Lab is down 5.5 to 366. Sextera down 26 cents to 11.18. ME down 3 to 237. Pfizer up $1.30 today. They want to get full FDA approval now. 52.24 on Pfizer. HPQ down 47 cents to 33.14. I've got Home Depot down 4.50. I've got Vanik down 3.21. IBM down just 76 cents. Microsoft off 2.53 to 2.57 now. We're down from the 270s to here. Goldman down $7, 760 to 295. Big pullback. Cisco down 33. Meta Platforms down 118. Amazon down 273 to 106.19. Google at $2,200. 2203 actually, down $41. Bed Bath and Beyond down to 482, down 17. BlackBerry down a dime at 544. Royal Caribbean down 158 to 34.44. We were in the low 40s just a couple of days ago. Carnival down another 35 cents, $1.52. Target down $2.64. JP Morgan down $2.89. Costco down $1.59. Walmart down $1.60. Nvidia down $1.50. Disney down $1.80 to $93. We got American Airlines down 47 cents to $12.56, and Netflix down 370 to 174. Moderna up 33 cents to 143.14. There you have it. The market right now, we're down 461 on the Dow. Oil down 130 a barrel to 108.48. GameStop 121.98, only down 88 cents. Reluctantly holding below the break-even line at the moment. Munabo, thank you, Uncle Bruce. I just purchased lesson number 2. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Enjoy and learn more and more and more. Gowdy, that red on SoFi, we're down 11. Make it 12. 542 on SoFi. GameStop down $1. Spire up a penny to 118. Tesla down only 395. Back to 681. SmartRent down 4. Matterport down 8.9 cents. The Dow off 500. We're down 1.6%. It's the big loser, but the other two markets are right behind it. 1.6 also on NASDAQ and 1.5 on S&P. So they're all off about the same. Okay. There you have it. Oil down $1.50 a barrel now to 108.28. We need more than that. There it is. That is our market at the moment. 160 down dip on the GameStop now. 121.26 it looks like. SoFi down 14 to 540 a share on SoFi. Okay. Again, those of you writing options, this market, do not fear upside. I do not see a 2,000-point rally showing up anywhere for any reason right now. We see weakness in the markets. Apple down 265, down 273 to 136.50. Yeah, we've got red all over the place, except Pfizer, because they want to go for FDA approval on their Pfizer, on their COVID shot. Home Depot down $5 to 268. I think this might be the low. We're close to the low of the year on Home Depot, within $3-4 now at this moment. IBM down 59 cents. That's really good performance. The stock's 140, just not giving up ground. The reason IBM won't back off very much is because it yields the dividend 4.69%. It pays much higher than a 10-year treasury. And the odds of IBM growing and increasing the dividend over the next few years is very high. Very, very high. So people buy IBM, write options against them, and enjoy the added premium on top of the dividend. They get the premium of options that are out of the money on top of that. Michael is saying, you know what, Bruce? I bought back my Apple calls for 41 cents each, an 80% profit. Now, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, Michael was saying that when Apple was approaching 140, 141, he was thinking he might have to do a rollover. He did nothing. He just sat back, which is one of the options he has. And sure enough, the stock backed off and boom, the contracts are crapping out. 80% profit, Michael. Nice going. Let's do it again. Right on, buddy. Cruise line should be hammered down, says Kiwi. Just read about one that charges $1,000 a person per day. And when they canceled the first day of the cruise, offered just a $500 ship credit per suite. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Let's see what else is going on here. The Dow off 506. It's an awful opening, just terrible, lousy opening. We got Tesla down $14 again. We were only down 3. Now we're down 14. SoFi down to 536, down 18 cents. GameStop 119.72, down $3.15 at the moment on GameStop. The volume to start the day for GameStop, 95,000 shares. No support yet. This is obviously being affected by the big three markets slumping, and that's hurting GameStop. That's just the way it is. Spire 119 a share, up 2 cents. There you go, Spire. 169 drop on oil. That's what we got going on. Not exciting. We're down 305 on Apple, 136.18. The question is, can Apple get back to the 140 level, or is it going to go lower? Because the low for the last 12 months on Apple, 129. We're only $7 away ish from the low of the year on Apple. And this is a company that buys its own stock back. And the second quarter is ending today. We'll find out in about 5-6 weeks just how Apple did for the second quarter. I can imagine, and I'm sure all of us will be very interested in seeing the second quarter financials coming out starting later this month in July, later in July. There are going to be some shockers, good and bad, and we'll watch for that. Michael, yeah, it was in the 142.43 range for a bit there, the Apple shares, even with no pullback. I was hoping for shrinkage come today or tomorrow, and he got it anyway. So there you go, Michael. Nice job, buddy. You're writing options and you're making money, and that's the name of this game, kids. Making money in a lousy market. They're handing it to you on the options market in droves. They're just handing it. So why not take it? For sure. The Dow down 533 right now at 30,495. Matterport at 364 down 14 cents. Smart Red at 430 just down 8. Tesla down $13 to 672. SoFi at 536 down 18 cents. GameStop 119.76 down 289. Spire 118.5 up 1.5 cents. Apple down 307 136.16. AMC down 26 cents to 13.38. ATIP down 9 cents to 143. Rocket Lab down 9.5 cents, 362.5. Cyxtera down 22 cents to 11.22. 23andMe 234 down 5 cents at the moment. Pfizer holding a gain of 62 cents at the moment at 51.55. HPQ down 41 to 33.20. We've got Home Depot down 5.17. We've got Robinhood at 8.20, by the way. That's down as well, 22 cents. Vanik down 3.86. IBM down 74. Microsoft at 255.54, down $4.72. And I'm just going to take a peek here at Microsoft out of curiosity. Microsoft now at $255 is still $14 away from its low of the year. It's got a ways to go to hit the low. Price earnings of 27 times earnings right now, sitting at 1.9 trillion market cap, down 467 at the moment on Microsoft. Goldman down 731, the stock at 295, the low of the year 278. So we're not at year lows on all these high-end stocks at this point. Cisco at 42.33, its low 41.02. It's getting closer. So that's telling me that if you were to buy $30 calls on Cisco to $33 calls, you could use those as poor man covered calls going forward. Not too afraid of that. Let's see. Amazon down 379 to 105. Google down $62 to 21.82. Bed Bath Beyond down a dime at 4.89 at the moment. Yeah, Carnival 8.49 down 38 cents. And I'll tell you, this is pretty low numbers. The market cap of Carnival now $10 billion. The low of the year 840. That's where we were this morning. The low of the year on Carnival. Wow. Yeah, not great. Not great. We're down 5. We were down 500 on the Dow. We're down 477 now on the Dow Jones markets. Okay. All righty. There you have it. 477 to 494. The headlines out of Barron's: stocks drop as a brutal first half of 2022 draws to a close. This is the worst first half of a stock market, first 6 months, in 40 years. 40. And it's a combination of things that have all come together to conspire against the high-flying stock market. And it starts with inflation, high interest rates, the Ukraine thing, China-U.S. relations, Russia-U.S. relations, throw it all in there. It's not good. And so the markets are getting drubbed at the moment. But it could mean that the second half of the year could be substantially better than the first half of the year. What if we gain back 10% or 15% of our drubbing? That could be in the plans. If inflation is lightening up and coming the other direction, that would be a good thing. Interest rates might ease off towards the end of the year. All of a sudden, things are looking better. We'll see. This market could be viewed as way oversold, but we'll have to wait for that to happen. It's not happening yet. We're down 513 now on the Dow Jones. SoFi at 537, down 17 cents. GameStop 119.81, down 305 at the moment. Aspire up 2 cents. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Vilbus is saying, I've had a lot going on lately, so it's been difficult to follow the markets daily close enough to write a lot. And when I can, we're always dipping. So I've been on the sidelines lately, says Vilbus. Zen Estate, a GameStop, hang on a second. GameStop with 135 strike can buy back for 43 cents. Shall I buy it back and resell it? Yeah, I'd buy it back and then take a look at maybe a 130 for next week, something like that. Why not? Bring in some more cash. Absolutely. It depends on what you like to do. You like to write just out of the money. Write 130s. They're six and a half. Well, they're actually $10 out of the money. You can write 128s if you like, or you can write calls for the 15th of July, the third Friday of July, and write 130s maybe there for a nice premium. Your choice. Let's see how it goes. Right on, guys. Exciting stuff. Love watching people making money. We're down 480 on the Dow, and the option writers are making money today. The Chicago PMI falls to 56 in June from 60 in the prior month. Yikes. Are the markets closed July 4th? I think so. The biggest losers are on the Dow 30, Goldman Sachs and Salesforce. They're the biggest losers today. Testy Donkey says, I sold a GameStop 120 expiring tomorrow for $351. I like to live dangerously. You know what? That's not a serious gamble. I commend you. I think you're going to make money on this trade. By all means, 119.98 on the stock, and you're writing a 120 for $351 that expires tomorrow. Yeah, that's going down. All day it'll go down. Interesting. But, the stock could go to 124 and then it'll be worth $4. That's true. Will it on a day like today? I don't know. I just can't say. Of course, if you want to write, one call option on GameStop, excuse me, and bring in some cash, let's take a look at some of these contracts. For example, you can write contracts for next Friday, which, remember, is only 4 days of trading next week. So if you want to write calls for next week, 125s, according to my quotes, which are 10 minutes old, let me just get rid of these right here. 125s are going for anywhere from $450 to $530. They're out of the money, $5+ a contract. That's all time premium. You want to write, right at 130s for next week. $3 to $350 is what you can haul in. Pretty conservative right there. The week after that, which again is the 15th of July, that is the third Friday in July. That's where probably most of the contracts exist right now. A 125 will get you anywhere from $640 to $785 right now. That's out of the money for July 15. 130s will get you $5 to $6. Again, I would be putting in stink offers way up there. Even beyond the offers, I'd be above the offers in case the stocks have a little rally here. I'd want to get taken out at a nice premium. If you wanted to write a 120, which is an at-the-money call for the 15th of July, you're looking at $8.30 to $10 easily. That's the range of these contracts. So that's all premium. with a short week next week and then a regular week, the one after that. So these will back off in value dramatically. Again, depending on how the stock performs as well. But I got to tell you, option writers, you can have a field day here. You really can, and make some nice money off of your GameStop. You can do this with Apple. You can do it with Microsoft. You can do it with Hewlett Packard. I mean, just pick the stock you want to write options on. GameStop, 155,000 volume. There you go. That also says it all, doesn't it? There's no volume here to run this market. I mean, we're just not going anywhere. GameStop, 119.60. I think we're near the low of the day. I think the low for GameStop today, 119 on the nose, the high of 122.40. Only a 340 spread between high and low today. We're not doing a lot yet, but we are towards the low end of this range. The Dow off 531. We're not seeing a rally kick in here at the moment. Tesla down $8. It is jumping around like crazy. SoFi down 19 cents to 535. GameStop 119.58, a little lower yet again. Spire hanging on to the green, and Olivia is laughing out loud. There's the odd green arrow, but not many. Pfizer up 68 cents. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 23 to 522. I don't know why. Unless someone's made a purchase on the stock again. I don't know. 509 drop on the Dow. Meanwhile, BBBY traded 30 million volume yesterday with about the same float. Bama Babe late to the party again. Hello, Bagel Trading Family. Welcome, Bama Babe. Nice to see you here. We're down 526 on the Dow today. 65 on the S&P and 241 on the down dip here for NASDAQ. Yikes. Bank of America is cutting the price target of Bed Bath & Beyond to 240 from 3. Yuck. There's been downgrades all day on Bed Bath & Beyond. All kinds of downgrades. Coyote says, I got hit at 531 on a stink bid on SoFi. Beach Boy. So, Uncle Bruce, what should be a nice stink offer to write 120 July 8th? What do you think? At the moment, I wouldn't do it. I want to see if the Dow can give us a couple hundred points recovery and be down only 200, 300 points. I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop goes to 121, 122. And at that point, you might be a writer. We'll see how that plays. 118.85 for the moment on GameStop. Not sure I want to be a writer right at this moment. We're down 421 on the shares. And I wrote my morning putty cat. I don't know what's going on here. Christina, ASPN, she says, oh, okay. I'm not quite sure what this means, but something's going on there. 118.65 on GameStop. We're down 529 on the market. Beach Boy, I hear you. Gotcha. Right on. And Jen Doe, same Bama Babe. I just got here. Uncle Bruce, can you recap everything you've already said this morning? Christina says, this is my code for put. Okay. Coyote, so many trades are getting hit. Holy moly, I can't even keep up. There are deals coming in. Cover call got bought back for a fat profit. Rock and roll, man. 540 down dip on the market right now. Matterport down 19. Smart Rent down 11. Tesla down $12. SoFi off a quarter to 529. GameStop 118.78 down 408. Spire up 2.5 pennies, trying to defy the law of the market today. Wants to go and hold on to a higher price. Oil down 166 to 108. We got Apple down 406. AMC down 50. ATIP down 9. Rocket Lab down 13. Sixter down 31. ME down 6. Coyote says, Bama Babe, good morning. Bama Babe, wow. SMH down to an all-time yearly low. Tiff, I slowly but surely get the impression that this price predictions are just diced. There you go. We are off 564 on the Dow. We're getting a little shellacking to start the day here. Let the sellers out, and they turn into buyers once they're sellers because they've got cash. So let's see what happens. Splair, we're close to the low of the year so far, he's saying. Beach Boy, good. Watch that weight, dude. Don't forget to exercise. He's smiling. Down 565 on the Dow, 65-point drop on S&P, NASDAQ down 241. We're down 2.1% on the NASDAQ, 1.72 on the Dow and the S&P. So that's where we're at right here on this market. 118.72 on GameStop. And trying to get my big ass iPad to cooperate. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it does not. There you go. 575 drop on the Dow Jones. Christina says, I can buy my GameStop calls back for $6.75. I sold them for $13.50. How about that? And I think you did that didn't you do that last night? I think you did that last night. Coyote Beach Boy, got to get some lunges in between trades. Tiff, Christina, set a stink bid to see if it gets hit. There's always that strategy too. 119.01, 118.53 seems to be the GameStop market right now. SoFi 528 down 26 cents. Tesla down $13 at 672. The Dow is off 582, going for a 600-point drop right now. Splair says, my lowest trade is at least at 484, and SoFi is now 528. There you are. Yep, that's where we're at right here, right now, kids. 573 drop on the Dow Jones Index. Woo-wee. Let me take a look at interest rates again. Still showing. All right, let's see what I'm still showing here. We're still showing the Dow 573. Interest rates for the U.S. 10-year 303, 3.03%. That is off from the 3.5 2 weeks ago, 3.25 last week. Quite a bit. On the currency front, the euro at 104.14. It's really getting hit. The British pound, the UK sterling, 12147. That is off from 1.22. The US dollar is rising today. European stocks down 2.5%, almost 3% across the board. In America, we've got oil down $1.52 to 108.26. We got the Dow off now, 568. Ouch, 568 on the Dow at the moment. I caught my finger on the table. Ouch. That's not good. That's not good. Anyway, we're watching and we're watching. 118.99 on GameStop. It's down, but not a lot. And that's the thing with GameStop. It's not leading the market lower. It's just being brought lower. The market is just taking it lower. But in pennies, GameStop seems to be a reluctant dropper right now. It doesn't really want to drop. It's just kind of slowly being brought down at this point. 119.49, a little recovery here. As I said, if you're thinking of writing calls on GameStop, look for a little bounce up first. If the Dow, goes from this 500 something to the 300, 200 level negative, it's possible that GameStop might reach 122, 124, 125. At that point, you might want to look at writing calls again on it. But again, those of you who've written this morning are already winning. And it's all up to you what kind of risk tolerance you have and timing you want to give these contracts or not. All right? It's all good. It's all good. We got 162 thumbs ups for this telecast. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. In the first half hour of trading, we're now at 162 on the thumbs ups meter. I appreciate it. The poll that I'm running, 101 of you now have responded to the poll question. Because of this channel, I now earn over so much money per month writing stock options. On average, 65% of you now are saying that you earn more than $1,000 a month. 13% of you say I earn more than $3,000 a month being here. 7% say I earn more than $5,000 a month, and now 15% of you who are here on this, out of the 101, that's like 15 of you are saying I earn more than $5,000 a month writing stock options. And that is about $250 a day, because there are an average of 20 trading days every month. Average. And so making $250 a day on premiums is what some of you making more than that every day you're here. And it's doable because you don't have to do it on one contract. You can make that kind of money trading 5 or 10 at a time. And all of a sudden, you don't need a lot of performance per contract to make some really good money. If you can write 20 calls at a time and pull in, I don't know, $50 a day, you're bringing in $1,000 a day. That's $20,000 a month right there. You're bringing in $25 a day. This adds up to a lot of money. I mean, it is serious cash. As I said, it's available for you. You just have to want to get it. It's really here. You just have to learn how these options work. Interesting stuff. Okay. What else is happening here? Comments coming through here. Let's go. Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. Hey, Bruce, I got 90 shares of SoFi at an average of 651. Any thoughts on my next move? If you can keep acquiring them, 5, 10, 20 at a time, just keep picking them off. The lower they go, the more you keep buying them. You'll bring that average down every time and just grab them. Christina says, my stink bid is in. She's looking to buy her contracts back. Michael, buy 10 more so you can at least write an option when it goes up. That's true. Hector, Antigen, I hope you have good health for the remainder of your trip, says Hector. John Anderson, Goldman Sachs down $10. Why? What the hey? Cam, morning. I'm number 164. Thank you. I thought it was a week. I misread. I make over 3,000 a week, not a month, baby. I'm doing well. JJ, keep in mind this is not a scientific poll. John, Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel, buy another 10 so you can write calls when the time comes. There you go. 574 is the down dip on this market. We have people making 3,000 a week. That's 150,000 a year. Not bad writing options, huh? You kind of say goodbye to your day job when you're making that kind of money writing options. You don't need no stinking day job. That's it. Fantastic. John Bickman, Michael, faster typing than I, laughing out loud. The Dow off 593 now, and we've got Tesla down $15 to 670. SoFi down 30 cents, 524. GameStop 119.10. It just won't drop any further. It got down to 118.63. Now it won't drop. I see it at 118.76. It's just kind of hanging around. What else is going on here? Spire up 1.5. Apple down 462. AMC down 55 to 13.10. ATIP down 13 cents to 139. Rocket Lab down 14 cents. Sixter down 39. ME down 5 cents. We're up 32 on Pfizer. GameStop 118.58, right at the low. When I said it couldn't do it, it did it. It's reached its just about its low of the day of 118.53. It's at 118.58, down 4.28 a share at the moment. The Dow down 594 right now, 1.92%. S&P down 2.05%. NASDAQ down 2.8%. Crude oil down 178 at 108.02. We're pushing the 108 number around in Texas. Okay, guys, there you have it. SoFi 525, says Zed. Yep, 526, 525. I think about step-by-step work. First, one contract expiring every month during the half a year with enough time. Then I try to get more options for every month with that time. Tiff, Bama Babe, do you want to adopt me? I could use an allowance here. Austin, how's it looking this morning? Munimo, send email for link to lesson number 2. Thanks, Uncle B. I'll get that to you after the show. If you've picked up number 2 and you need the link, I'll get it to you. Don't you worry, my friend. Keep you going. Thank you, all of you, for being here today, hanging out with us. We're down 560 on the Dow. We're watching a whole bunch of stuff. Those of you who are getting a hold of me for a one-on-one, this weekend looks pretty good. I can do a one-on-one with any of you for Sunday or Monday, because Monday I'm not on the air. It's a holiday Monday. So if you want to do a Sunday or a Monday, let me know. Monday, is getting. I've already got a couple set up for Monday now, but for earlier Monday or Sunday, let me know. I'll be able to find a time for you. We'll get together. I look forward to it. 173 thumbs ups. Thank you guys. Keep those babies coming on in. Those thumbs ups. I appreciate it. That is good stuff. All right. And we've got, here we go right now. We've got 203 people hanging around. Thank you for being here today. My second favorite color. Great. LL, I'm number 169, Bruce. Beautiful. 174 now are through here on the thumbs up meter. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you very much for this. The Dow off 586 as we speak right now. And Tesla down 18. SoFi 525 down 29 cents. GameStop 118.59, right near or around the low of the day of 118.18. That has been a news low in the last couple of minutes, right there. Okay. Austin, time to get this morning going. He's going to crack a sugar-free Red Bull there. Munimo, I sent an email for a link to lesson number 2. Thanks, Uncle B. Okay, Munimo, we'll take care of you. I'll get you a look right after I'm done this live show. Just hang tough, and you'll be back to work in no time. Fantastic, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's a tough one. We're down a bit, but there are opportunities here with these dropping stocks. Contracts are coming your way. Beautiful. What a bloodbath this week, says Bama Babe. Now it's going to take a look here at the Dow right now. We Friday we were sitting at about, what was that, 31,840. 31.8. We're now at 30,400. So 1,400 Dow points have been given up this week. And we're not at the lows of the last couple of weeks. We were down to 29,900 there for a while. We haven't reached that yet, but we're 500 away from it. So that's what we're watching here. See how low this market wants to go. Matterport off 20 cents. Smart Rent off 16. Tesla down $18. SoFi down 28 cents. GameStop now 117.90. New low of the day. 117.90 on GameStop. Hit 17.88, and we're off now. We're off now 4.97 on the stock. Alrighty, Dow's up 549. Supreme Court limits EPA authority to enact anti-climate change regulations. I wonder if the Supreme Court's getting into too much stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure. But then again, maybe Congress has the authority to do this. Good luck with all that. Wow, Christina, stink bid is filled. I am out. I bought back my calls, and they gave them to me at a nice cheap price. Well, the stock hit 117.88. You probably did get a good fill. 118.20 right now on GameStop. The Dow down 539. We're watching to see if the Dow has any kind of a recovery of any kind going on. We're down 74 on S&P. We're down 315 on the NASDAQ at the moment. Supreme Court limits EPA's role in combating climate change. Well, maybe God can do it. The Supreme Court, all those religious justices, maybe God can fix it all. Well, that'd be fine, Christina, I made $763. Nice going. JJ, breaking news. Supreme Court rules Earth is flat. There you go. John, nice, Christina. Way to go. Well, if the Supreme Court says it, so it must be true. I mean, they wouldn't lie to us, would they? None of these justices would lie to anybody about what they would do if they became a Supreme Court justice. Would they? Michael is laughing. Obama. Good job, Christina. Making money. Well done. Down 544 right now on the Dow Jones. 118.17 on on GameStop at the moment. Okay. Christina, they don't want to fix anything. That's their point. Coyote under oath? No way. Tiff, do you know this old cartoons where someone falls down a pit for minutes without reaching bottom? That's how this year feels like. It's kind of like the Roadrunner going off a cliff, and all you hear is. I love that Roadrunner cartoon where he had those darts. He had explosive, like sticks of dynamite on these darts, and he would launch them all, and they would go up, and they would fly in the air, and they all go, and all through the cartoon, one would land right behind him, and then he'd fall off the cliff, and you'd hear, and then you'd hear, great cartoon. That was one of the best they ever made. The ongoing TNT darts that he had launched would always torment him. After a while, you start looking at your watch while falling. Next step is starting to read a newspaper, still falling. There are days we're down 547 on the Dow right now. Tesla down 19.99 to 665. SoFi down 27 cents to down 28 cents now to 526. GameStop 118.29. The low 117.88. And that's where we've been. That's where we're at. LL, thoughts and prayers for the environment. H. Gregory, Uncle Bruce loves his cartoons. Bring back memories. DQ, just fold your arms and fall. Just fold your arms and fall. Yeah. Oh, my. The old Roadrunner cartoons. Genius. What can I say? H. Gregory, I'm glad I bought a spider put last week. Rock and roll. Down go the markets. We're down 518. We were almost down 600. We're down now 518. Is there any recovery going on? I don't really know. GameStop 118.87. It's $1 better than the low. Tiny little improvement. A 526 on SoFi. And Tesla down 18.77. So it looks like the markets might be trying a little turn right now. A slight little recovery track here. We'll see if there's anything going on. Swinson, if anyone wants an easy 7%, MNDT is at 21.55, and Google should be getting close to finalizing a $23 buyout. There you go. There's something there. I don't know. 525 down dip on the Dow now. My goodness. Where are we at here? Matterport down 20. Smart Rent down 15. Tesla still down $19. SoFi at 526. The low on SoFi today, 520. Where is it? 5. I'm waiting for that to refresh. I think it's 524 is the low. I'm not 100% sure. See what it shows me in a minute. There we go. 526 actually is the low. This is the low. 4.2 million traded on SoFi. Very quiet day. GameStop 118.68 down 418 right now. Spire down a half a penny. Apple down 488. AMC down 68 cents. ATIP down 13 cents. And Rocket Lab down 18 cents. So it's red. 523 on the Dow right now. It is red.
It's going to get quieter. People are going to start going away.
Well, and the question is, does the market want to be cash heavy on the long weekend, or do they want to pick up bargains before the long weekend tonight and tomorrow? That will be interesting to watch. John Bickman, where is the next stop on your travels, Uncle Bruce? All our daughter's going to come and join us, and we're going to pick her up in Zurich. That's still a week away, but we'll keep you posted on what we're up to. Let's see. Austin, SoFi is 27 cents away from some bad things happening. We can hold the line. I don't have a good feeling, but I also just had a donut, so it could be that. There you go, Austin. It could be the donut. Don't read too much into it. Donuts can make us do crazy things. Look at the Dow down 499. We are coming on a titch a little bit here. 494. Tesla down 16. It's come back $3. SoFi 528. Come back a little bit. GameStop 119.11. Coming on just a little tiny bit. Let's see what this market gives us. SoFi 528. The low of the day 526. On a volume of what looks like, I think it's 4.2 million. I'm just going to wait for the refresh here to come through. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, 524 is the low on SoFi. Volume 5.7 million, and we're at 528. So we've come back 4 cents from the low of the day on SoFi. GameStop 118.96 to 119-ish. Spire unchanged. The Dow down 516. Beach Boy, I was about to say that you guys ate crazy over there in the US, and I remembered where I live. Help, someone, please help me. A little truth in all the humor. There you go, kids. 503 down dip on the Dow. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Let's see. GameStop 119.23, a little better. 528 on SoFi. At the moment, there you go. All righty. JJ is saying that Wile E. Coyote, the 2022 version, Russian missile boomerang in Ukraine, striking troops who launched it. It came back at them. Oops. Isn't that when one of them holds up a sign and says, mother? Yeah, John missed the setup from Tiff. There you go. Missed it. The Dow down 500. The low of the day on the Dow was 30,431. We're at 30,528. We've come back about 100 points from almost about a 600-point drop to a 500-point drop. Now we're down 493. So there's a little tiny bit of an improvement here. We'll see if this is the beginning of a long fight back. We don't know. Tesla down 1678. SoFi 529. It's up a nickel from its low, down a quarter now. GameStop 119.32. Still down 354, but the low was 117.88. Little improvement there, just a bit. All right. I saw that video. That was unbelievable, Beach Boy. The boomeranging missile that came back at the Russians. My, oh my, boys with toys. What can I say? Boys with firecrackers. Unbelievable. What can I say? The Dow now down 481. Another little 20-point recovery. Ever so little here and there. We're still down $16 on SoFi. 669.16 on SoFi itself. 528. GameStop 119.44. Just a little better again. Just that much, but only that much. I've got a green move on Pfizer up 61 cents. Bed Bath Beyond at 526 up 27 cents. I got Costco up $1.50. Those are the green arrows I see on my phone. Very few greens. Everything else is red. And we're down 495 on the Dow Jones at the moment. All right. 119.36 on GameStop, everybody. There you go. How do you get any gratification selling ATIP at $1 and some change? I don't understand it. I don't know why anyone want to sell ATIP down here. Company's not going out of business. They're not running out of money. They're growing their locations. They're doing more sessions for physiotherapy. The surgery delays are now being tackled. So a lot of people will be going in for physio. after surgeries, climb back up again. So everything's going in the direction of ATIP positively on a corporate basis. Stock is off 13.5 to 138.5. Can't help people who just want to give it up. Hey, Uncle Bruce, do you know why ATIP is falling so fast? I was just talking about this. Just crazy. Same with Spire. Why are people dumping it? 117.5. The company's growing. New contracts, renewal of contracts, cash in the bank. Worst market in 40 years. Is that the answer? The worst market in 40 years for the first 6 months of the year? Christina, the puts I wrote this morning got filled and I'm already out. I made $480. John, why sell Spire? Tiff, you can't lose any more money if you sell at the all-time low. You can't lose more, so why sell it all? There you go. I just don't understand how people will do that, but they do. They do. Austin, John Bickman agreed, but ATIP is a much safer bet. Physical therapy versus launching new tech into space. Can I say they're both growing entities, but they're both under pressure from shareholders who are just throwing in the towel. I don't know why, but they are. They're not investors, obviously. They're flippers, and the flippers are getting blown away, and that's what's happening. I keep waiting for the moment when a filing is made at the SEC. That's all I'm waiting for. ATIP or Spire, there will be a filing one day. There will be a filing. An individual or an entity will have to make a filing that they own more than 5% of the company, that they've been buying it up. And when that entity is identified, we find out how many shares they got, then all hell breaks loose. And they double. They will double in price at that point in time, and they could easily hit $3 to $4 quickly. And then the analysts get in on it. They get in on it going, well, why did so-and-so buy this stock? Are they going to take over the company? Are they going to put in boards of directors? What are they doing? Yep, that's all it takes. That's all I'm waiting for. I just don't know when it'll happen. Can't tell you. W. Walters is saying, good morning, Uncle Bruce and all the super geniuses. Is there any news on SoFi, the split? Nothing new. Nothing new has come out. Sell my house faster. I wish I could write, but it is just not worth it on everything I own. Spire, Matterport, it's just not worth it. Bama, babe, all stocks are under pressure. Bama, except some energy stocks, they've been doing pretty well. Tiff, sell my house fast. MD, I had the same issue with why I bought 100 HPQ last month. There you go. Just don't know. Just waiting for the moment. 524 is the drop on the Dow. We're going back down again. Will we go back to 600, or are we only going to drop to 525, 530, and then go back higher again? And do we now go down to only down 450, and then we go down to 500, and then we're only down 400. Then we're down 450, and now we're down 350. Then do we do that? We're going to find out. We're going to find it. Now, Tesla down $21. That's a new low. SoFi 527 holding above the low of the day. GameStop 118.78 down 408. Austin W. Walters, the vote is in a couple of weeks whether to approve this idea of a split. It is going to pass. Just get on your knees and pray it doesn't go below $5. Bama Babe, most analysts are talking about recession in 2023, and it is scaring the masses. John, Austin, I get where you're coming from. I could argue that there's less competition in the tech space game than in the PT business, the PT business, physical therapy business. Yeah. John Bickman, either way, we're both going to make lots of money down the road. Sell my house, Tiff, but I don't want to sell other stocks at a loss, though I should because of the gains from last year, and I don't want to buy HP on margin. Austin, John, true, a much wider moat. W. Walters, Austin, thanks, dude. There you go. More headlines coming across from the Supreme Court, and we've been waiting for a bunch of headlines a number of rulings have been expected from the Supreme Court. Let's see. We got the one here today about the Supreme Court limits the EPA authority to curb emissions. And Biden supports a filibuster exception for Roe versus Wade. Supreme Court rules Biden can end remain in Mexico policy. Let's see what else is going on. It's raining out. Yeah, a little showery out today. Stocks open lower on last day of volatile quarter, says headlines. Just watching all kinds of activity. The Dow off 480, down 512 actually, and we've got currencies: the euro at 104.24, the pound at 121. Interest rates 302 for the U.S. rate, 138 for Germany, both lower today. And crude oil, Texas down 268 now to 107. Brent down 256 down to 109. So we're getting more drops on the oil market. We're going back to where we were last week on oil. That's where we were hanging around last week, and then they had a bit of a rally. Now we're backed off again. Good sign. Let's see. Let's go. Tiff says, I just saved money from 2.5 months and bought HPQ instead of averaging down on SPACs. John, physical therapy is almost as sure as death and taxes. Vilbus, God forbid the Environmental Protection Agency have the ability to regulate pollution. Vilbus, this country is so flippin' stupid. Austin, John, you're making me want to buy again, but I know that will send the stock to the gates of hell. Lobo Blast, payday for me today. Time to buy the dip. I'm nervous. John, laugh aloud. The gate of hell is where all deals are. Let's go. Swinson, I wish they would worry more about the Constitution rather than arbitrary Senate rules. What are you going to do? It's a wild and wacky world in which we live. We're down 491 on the Dow. Again, trying to improve from about a 600-point loss. Now we're around this 500 level. Will it get better? Tesla down 23.39. It's under 20. It's not good. SoFi 528. It was as low as 524. Now I see 526. GameStop 118.68. We're approaching the low of 117.88 at the moment. We'll see how this all plays out. 119.15 on GameStop. Here we are. The down 510. Okay. John, I felt rushed, Uncle Bruce. Humor doesn't translate that fast, laughing out loud. Tiff, the real sad story about the environmental change is that we know about it since the 70s, and we have accurate simulations for this stuff since the 80s, and we do nothing about it. We fight each other to not limit pollution. It's incredible how people fight people for the right to keep polluting. What is that? How? Yep. And they go to court to spend millions on their side of the argument. Incredible. Just incredible. There's the world in which we live. What can I say? Down 519 again on the Dow. Looking for a recovery rally. I haven't seen it yet. Waiting to see if we're going to get one. We'll have to wait. All right. That is it for this morning's first couple of hours. Thank you for being with me today. Those of you who are making money up writing options, way to go today, guys. Keep it up. Don't be stopping. Keep an eye on that GameStop. If it runs up into the 123.25 range, might be your signal to write options. Keep an eye on it. 119.19. It doesn't seem to want to go below 117. It did touch it. It's a new low, lower than yesterday's low, but we're just not going very far here. Tiff Vilba says the scary part is that things are going faster than what the simulations have shown. Coyote bribery and lobbying. Coyotes sell out their own grandkids for money. Tiff, politicians still discuss as if this stuff is real while people in Africa are already starving to death. Splair, have a good day. You all. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you to those of you who are grabbing my classes, and thanks to those of you who are sending me messages that you'd like a one-on-one this weekend. Sunday or Monday, let me know when you can do it, and we'll try to fit you in and make it happen. And we'll talk about how to get rich in this market, because the options are paying off nicely. Sell my house. Thanks for the advice, Tiff. And thank you, everybody, for helping everybody else. I'll see you guys at 3 this afternoon. The Dow's down 483. Let's see if there's a recovery coming. 119.31 on the GameStop. Keep an eye. And I'll talk to you a little later. Looks like a little pullback, says Splair, might be happening. Let's see what happens. 459 now on the Dow. We're improving quickly a little bit here. John Anderson says, thanks, everybody. SoFi is 530. That's right. 6 cents better than the low of the day now. GameStop 119.29. Trying to come up a little bit more. We'll see how this plays out. Okay, guys, we'll see you at 3 this afternoon. Bama Babe, you got it. Catch you then. Thanks, everybody.